Here you are again. You're a teacher. You're standing in front of a room full of warm bodies, and you are expected to perform. But you wish you had a better idea of whom you were performing for. These might help, but the view is still a bit fuzzy. You need to know exactly who you're addressing. You need to know your students' strengths and weaknesses and how they are progressing through the course, because this knowledge will help you engage your students in more effective learning, help you plan your day-to-day activities and long-term strategies. And you're not the only one with blurry vision. Your students can't find their focus because you never found a way to engage them. And the institution sees you and your students as an amorphous mass. The good news is that the field of learning analytics helps students, teachers, and institutions find their focus. Learning analytics can be used to define student profiles, conduct trend analysis based on historical data, and use this data to build support structures and enrichment programs. All this clarity helps stakeholders optimize the learning experience. Learning analytics is most commonly defined as the measurement, collection, analysis, and reporting of data about learners and their contexts for purposes of understanding and optimizing learning and the environments in which it occurs. Students can use learning analytics to assess their achievements and patterns of behavior as individuals and in comparison to a cohort. Learning analytics can also help course designers and teachers to develop and deliver curriculum based on data gathered from previous offerings and profiles of the current group. Learning analytics can also be used as predictors of students requiring extra support and attention. Administrators can make decisions regarding recruitment, marketing, finances, and program development based on learning analytics. The learning analytics model is inspired by big data initiatives in business and is often used synonymously with the term educational data mining. The rise of online education has enabled the gathering of student data and application of business intelligence techniques to educational data. Well, how does it all work? Some of the tools used in learning analytics are statistics to gather data, present and test hypotheses, business intelligence for using data and performance indicators, web analytics for the exploration of student interactions, paths, and trajectories, research using mathematical models and statistical methods, artificial intelligence and data mining for suggesting courses, resources, and collaboration, social network analysis for analyzing implicit and explicit interactions among learners on social networks, and information visualization. Some of the methods used for learning analytics include content analysis, discourse analytics, which captures contextually deep and meaningful data on student interactions and performance, social learning analytics, which explores social interaction and learning networks, disposition analytics, which captures data regarding students' disposition to their own learning. Learning analytics can be used for prediction, to provide learning support and assistance as required, personalization and adaptation for creation of personalized learning pathways or assessment, and for interventions as required. Some of the most common criticisms of learning analytics are privacy concerns, such as who owns the data, how will student consent be recorded, how will use and dissemination of data be limited, and its focus on quantitative data often leads to the concern that learning analytics reduces learners' behavior to observable and measurable outcomes only. This is reminiscent of behaviorism and often leads critics to draw the analogy of Skinner's learning box. There are quite a few interesting initiatives in the learning analytics marketplace already. The Shared Learning Collaborative, a Gates Foundation venture, Learning Sprout from the Imagine K-12 program, Academia EDU, which is called the Social Network for Scholars and provides a dashboard allowing scholars to view citations of their work in real time. CourseSmart, the largest digital textbook provider. CourseSmart recently launched an analytics tool that tracks the students' usage of an ebook, including page views, time spent in the app, highlights made, notes taken, then notifies the professor of the student's engagement score. And lastly, IBM and Desire to Learn's Smarter Education Solution, which is a partnership between Desire to Learn and IBM Analytics. Desire to Learn raised $80 million in its first VC investment. This last initiative bears further analysis because it is an ambitious venture that capitalizes on data gathered from Desire to Learn's LMS and IBM's predictive analysis and reporting tools in its Cognos and SPSS lines to develop a strong learning analytics initiative. The Smarter Education Solution is intended to help K-12 and higher ed schools make use of the mass of data collected on students to improve the outcome of educational efforts. The solution has two core offerings: analytics for smarter education, which integrates data pulled from multiple sources and makes that available to teachers, faculty, and administrators, and intervention management, which provides workflow improvement and process management. These products provide the following features: data integration from multiple sources to provide a single view of student progress and achievement, leveraging of data analytics to provide teachers and administrators insights on teaching effectiveness, student outcomes, operational efficiency and effectiveness, predictive analytics, creating early warning systems for at-risk students, and building learning communities with teachers, students, parents, and specialists to work together to identify and implement instructional intervention plans. In an interview with Campus Technology, IBM Education Solution Executive Patricia Sullivan says it's about putting data to work for teachers and students, shifting the mindset and enabling the teachers as professionals with data resources so they can make informed decisions for their students. Desire to Learn's VP of Marketing, John McLeod, says, "What we're doing with IBM is taking a lot of great information that already exists, but at the same time, mapping in a lot of additional information and gaining a deeper understanding." The companies anticipate interest among states that are race to the top participants. The offerings are designed to work in any educational setting anywhere in the world. Customizing the services to a specific institution or district requires setting up a framework of learning outcomes at various levels, assessing alignment, and being able to track assessments against the framework. This setup must be conducted before reports and data can be meaningful and useful. Al Essa, Desire to Learn's Director of Innovation and Analytics Strategy, explains how the solution would work within a school. A teacher may be preparing curriculum that addresses specific standards. They can make use of Desire to Learn's Learning Object Repository to find materials that meet a particular curriculum need and make sure they meet the standards in order to comply with them. Administrators can look at data about assessments and learning objectives set up by teachers from various perspectives. The solution is available for K-12 and higher education institutions. Desire to Learn's partner network enlists educational software vendors, content providers, or developers who share their passion for improving learning. An overview of the Smarter Education Solution hints at promising opportunities for partnering with the companies to launch an initiative for K-12 and higher education institutions in Canada. With the growth of online learning and increasing use of learning analytics, this venture can be used to introduce new tools for educators and students in Canada, allowing them to optimize educational experiences and environments thanks to learning analytics.